How are you?
Good morning, Dean.
Morning, Dan. You okay?
Good, thank you. Just wanted to start off with some team news, checking on a few players. How's Harvey Barnes to start with?
Harvey Barnes joined in training yesterday, so he's put himself available for selection. He'll train again today. If he has no after effects, then yeah, he's definitely available.
And how are James Maddison and Johnny Evans?
Yeah, so Johnny's feeling better. He's not trained with us yet, so tomorrow would come too quickly for him. But it's good that he's back now, feeling better. Madders came in yesterday and done a gym session. He'll train today, so I would expect him to be available as well.
Thank you, Dean. And it's been a few days since that Wolves win. Have you sensed a big lift among the squad in training since that game?
It gives everybody a lift by getting that win, but it's not a big lift because they know that there's still work to be done. As I've said before, we're just taking it game by game, and this one comes around very quickly. So we was in yesterday, trained, done our debrief, and all focused now for Leeds at Ellen Road tomorrow.
Was it perhaps the way you got the win that can give everyone confidence? An individual mistake, but the way the team came together from a goal down together.
I think at this stage of the season, with the run of form we was on, just to get the win, however we got it, was important. But coming back from a goal deficit as well certainly helps the mood. We know we can do that. We don't need to panic if we go a goal down in games. We know we've got the capabilities of coming back now. So, that's a good position to be in. I'd much rather obviously take the lead.
It's quick turnaround, as you said, with the Leeds game, but also Everton next Monday. I mean, just how crucial are these 7 days? And is this a run that when you took the job, you thought these are the games we'll get results in?
I just looked at the fixtures in general. Man City, excluding Man City, there were games, where they're games that you can go and compete in and get results and get points. There's a couple of tough ones in there. Newcastle away, we saw them yesterday. Liverpool, but there's games that we feel we can go and compete in. So, we're not looking at this week in general. We're just looking at Tuesday and Leeds United at Ellen Road, which is a great place to go and play football with the atmosphere that their fans produce. And our job is to try and keep them quiet.
And just finally from me, what have you made of Javi Grazia's Leeds since he's taken in charge?
Well, I think they've had a bit of a struggle so far, a bit like us. They've been on the back of a couple of heavy defeats at home, but I'm sure they'll see this game as a big one to try and pull away from the position they're in, like ourselves.
Thank you, Dean. Good
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, Sam. Good to have from Premier League.
Morning, Dean. Okay.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
How pleased are you with how the squad have taken the information that you, Craig, and John have given them in such a short space of time and ran with it?
Yeah, I've been pleased. I mean, we wanted to be aggressive on Saturday. We said that. We wanted to get the supporters behind us. I've been told by a few that a lot of people were surprised at the selections, but we felt it was a game where we needed a little bit of pace to hurt the opposition. And as I said when I first come in, I think we're going to have to be adaptable in the games that we play. But the players have been really engaging in all the meetings that we've had. The training sessions that we've had have been good. Their attitude to training has been first class. So, it hasn't surprised me how they've taken on information. And
Dan mentioned it earlier. I mean, this could be a pivotal week if you were to go to Ellen Road and get a win, and then next Monday potentially, a 6-point week could be potentially crucial, couldn't it?
It could, but we've got to get 3 points first at Leeds, so we'll just concentrate on that one first.
And just going back to the selection as well, some surprising names were on the team sheet. A lot of fans will have not seen the fact that Chalon Soyuncu's been back, and you played arguably three number 9s in the lineup. It was bold, it was brave, and it paid off, didn't it?
It did to a certain degree. I felt for 20 minutes after they scored, we got overrun a little bit in midfield. It was a bit of a risk to play Pato on the left. It's not a position he's been used to. But we had a lack of options in them areas. Harvey's injured at the moment. Tete came into the game, so we just felt it was a risk worth taking because he can run all day, Pato, and he's certainly got pace to burn as well. So we knew he would be a threat, and he had a couple of big chances in the game as well.
And how pleased were you with the fact that, from a mentality point of view, as mentioned, coming from a goal down to show that kind of steeliness to get over the line?
Yeah, I think I first said when I came here, the game's about the two 18-yard boxes. You've got to be strong to defend yours, and you've got to go and create big chances in theirs. And the game came together really well. We didn't give up many chances to Wolves on Saturday. I think they've only had probably 2 or 3 shots inside our box. One got blocked really well by Wout, and then obviously there was the goal. So we restricted them to few chances, but we had some really big chances inside their box, and that's what we need to go and do if we want to continue the run of results.
And just finally from me, with the run that Leeds are on, is it a good time to be going there? Because if you were to go there, get an early goal, suddenly the crowds sort of quieten down a little bit, and the fact that they've conceded so many, is it a good time to be going there?
I'll tell you at 9:45 tomorrow night.
Thank you, David.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers. We're going to just take one from Colin from UC Midlands, and then we're going to Owen from Radio Leicester.
Hi there, morning. I'll get out my
Morning.
everyone's camera shot. I was just wondering, we talked about it being tournament football. How hard is it now to maintain that adaptability when you are in a Saturday run and talk about getting the information across? How hard does that become to maintain adaptability?
No, I mean, most of our players are international footballers, so they're used to, being inside tournaments and playing games every 3 or 4 days. So, this isn't a problem to them. It might be a problem to a couple who haven't played loads of minutes lately, but there's an awful lot of robust characters in that dressing room who certainly want to keep going and keep playing.
Okay, Owen.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I just wonder if I could ask about Jamie Vardy as well and how he was doing. I know you mentioned on Saturday that it was a bit of both, that you brought him off at half-time, tactical and injury, but how's his ankle?
Yeah, no, his ankle's fine. He'll be training this morning, so another one who's available for selection, which is really good for us. And as I said, we put balls into areas where we want him to go. You saw from the first chance after 4 minutes, a really good through ball from Nacho. And we nearly take the lead when he cut it back for Tete. And then the penalty that he won as well. They're the sort of runs he needs to make. They're the sort of balls we need to play for him. But his ankle's fine.
Good stuff. How important is it, from your perspective, to go and back up good results, especially when you have 2 games in such close proximity like this one, and go into Leeds and backing up what you did on Saturday?
Really important, simply because we haven't got many games left. I mean, we only came in for an 8-game period. We're 2 games into that already. That's 25% gone. So these games are really important, and we can't give anything away in any of them.
If you are able to go to Leeds and back it up and take a positive result, how crucial might that be in the race to stay in the Premier League?
It's crucial because you're playing against a team that's in and around you as well. I think if we beat them, we go above them, which is a big thing for ourselves. And all we can do is concentrate on ourselves. Yes, we've looked at Leeds, and we'll analyse Leeds and how they play, what their strengths and weaknesses are. But ultimately, it's going to be about us and what we do and how we do it.
The fact that these 2 games do come quite close together, I know you mentioned tournament football with Colin as well. Is that a good thing for momentum and trying to build momentum, or can that still be built as effectively over a kind of a week period, or how do you see that?
I think it only depends on your performance levels. If your performance levels are good again, then you get a good result. Then that momentum, you can go with it. That's really important to make sure that, because that's at the end of the day, the players can only control their performance. They can't control what the opposition do, what the referee does, what the officials do. Just control their performance, and if they do that, and we get an awful lot of good performances, you're usually followed by a result.
Final one from me, Dean, but you mentioned Ellen Road as a good place to go and play football. It's obviously got quite a raucous crowd in there as well, a very passionate crowd. What are the things you have to do right to quiet them down and then go and put your game onto them? Well,
certainly you don't give any reason to get lifted. You know, we can't give cheap free kicks away around the box, cheap set pieces, cheap goals. You know, because that will just lift the atmosphere within the stadium. We have to try and keep them quiet as long as we can, and I think if we do that, you know, it makes it a better place for us to go.